Alright, so today we're going to talk about pride. And it's from this book named Light for My Path. And the first verse says, Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16, verse 18. So, when you're prideful, what happens? Well, it's I, me, myself. You think of yourself like this when you're actually like this, and it's not a good look. But why does it go before destruction? Well, because when you're prideful, you think you got it. You think you got it alone, and basically the last thing that happens before they fall is, yeah, I got it by myself. But it's telling you destruction. So why is pride so bad? Because when you're prideful, you think about yourself. You're blind. So like when there's danger in front of you, someone's warning you about it. Nah, it's not real. Like for example, let's just say you're going to fall. Yeah, I use this example all the time. You're gonna fall in a ditch, right? Someone's telling you, hey, watch out, there's a ditch in front of you. And you're like, man, forget you. And you keep on walking and then you fall. But what about a haughty spirit? A haughty spirit is basically similar to pride, where you think of yourself like this, and it's before a fall. So when you have a haughty spirit, what you try to do is up top everyone. So you know that guy or girl, let's just say you said, I got A's and B's, right? Guess what they start saying to you? Oh, you got A's and B's? I got straight A's. Yeah, you can't get there, can't you? And they lift their head up like this. But they shouldn't feel sorry for you. On the other hand, you should feel sorry for them. Because what's coming is a fall. But what kind of fall? See, when it comes to haughty spirit, you trying to one up somebody all the time. What's going to happen is you're going to be alone. And when you fall, who's going to help you out? You really think people are going to help you if all you've been doing is bringing them down? You got to consider that. Oh, but what about this next verse? It says, woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. This reminds me of people who justify themselves. It's not just people, even fools. They justify themselves like that. That's why they're so confident in what they're saying. You know that guy that's strong, right? Or girl in your class, they got the question wrong and they just can't accept it. You explain to them, this is how you got the question wrong, and they keep saying, I'm right, y'all wrong. Like, come on. But what does this have to do with wise in their own eyes? It's simple. Because in their eyes, they got it right. But in reality, they got it wrong. It's like that team, right? You play basketball, they lost. But in their heads, nah, we won, bro. What y'all talking about? All y'all garbage, right? But they lost. They're wise in their own eyes. In their head, they won. But they lost. And then it says prudent in their own sight. Meaning they only see from their point of view and not yours. For example, let's just say they're doing something, right? Say they speak in front of people and you tell them, You have a really monotone voice, meaning that you talk like this. So, guys, we're going to talk about pride today, and pride is basically something you want to. They tell you, you tell them that, right? And they keep on doing the same thing that you warned them about, right? And their head, in their own sight, they're justifying it. Oh, monotone? Man, I don't gotta worry about that. They'll listen to me anyway. Listen to you anyway? But remember, in their heads, they're wise, they're smart. But in reality, that's not really smart. It's like ignoring that one person that's warning you about danger ahead. That's dangerous itself. He had the opportunity to move out the way, but you went straight into the danger. This one's Proverbs 26. This is the last one I'm going to do. Proverbs 26, verse 12. It says, "Seeth though a man wise in his own conceit, there is more hope of a fool than of him." Basically, when you're wise in like what you do in your endeavors, and you see like no other way, just your way, your way, your way. See, that's the mistake I made when it's not necessarily pride, it's basically where, I mean, in this case, in this verse, it does relate to what I did. Because I'm gonna admit, look, so I think like last year, I was in like a typing class and I was pecking, like, you could literally hear me type, right? I've been doing it wrong for like a year. They tell you, you're supposed to have your hands like this. I wasn't the only one, obviously, but that has nothing to do with what I did. I mean, it does, but let's focus on what I did, all right? So they tell you you're supposed to type like this, right? But I went ahead and was like doing it wrong for a full year. But how foolish is that when that's not even the correct way? When you do it wrong for so long, yeah, you might pass, but you don't really get better at typing. You're just better at pecking. And when you peck, it's just not it. Imagine you're typing an essay. Yeah, those hands are gonna hurt, especially doing it in the wrong way. And then it says there's more hope of a fool than of him. Well, with the typing, I can't really use that example, but say that person, you know, claims that he's right. And let's just say he's so into his head that he doesn't realize how stupid he sounds. It's like someone making a dumb statement and you tell them about it, you call them out and being like, bro, listen to what you're saying. And they continue. They continue and they just don't stop. Guess what the verse says? There is more hope of a fool than of him. Meaning that instead of him um instead of him receiving hope of, being a good person or being smart, it's more chances of him being a fool. So basically, what I'm trying to say is when you're prideful, other people's point of view does not matter, only yours. It's going to lead to destruction. It's going to lead to a fall. And you're going to look dumb looking. You're going to look like a fool doing it. Because what do fools do? They don't listen. All right, don't be prideful, boys and girls.